The reason I think Blazy's Chanel is so popular is because truly it doesn't demand a specific personality, but it gives it a personality. It's so magical and I don't know how he did it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you want to be remembered by your grandkids that my grandma is the chicest person in the family, you're in the right place. In this channel, we're talking about fashion, handbag, style, and travel. Hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bells so you don't miss any of my videos. This is the last episode on me reflecting how my style evolves with Chanel. In this episode, I want to chat with you about Blazy's Chanel. What do I think about it? The couture, the bags, anything I like. So, getting comfortable, let's get into it. So let's start with his two couture collections. There's some looks in those collections that are just absolutely beautiful. So if you're like me, wondering what's the difference between haute couture and ready-to-wear. So according to haute couture by Matt, haute couture gives a designer far more room to dream than ready-to-wear. Ready-to-wear ultimately has to become clothing produced in multiples and sold to a broader customer. Haute couture on the other side is made to measure, extraordinarily labor-intensive, and centered on craftsmanship, uniqueness, and the individual client. So the difference can create much more creative freedom. The Fédération de la Haute Couture et de la Mode also has even described couture as a space where designers can dream more freely and show what's possible through materials, forms, and ideas. So, and I think that's fun to couture. We can watch designers push the boundary a little and explore what's possible within the heritage of the brand. And I also think Blazy is exploring what's possible with Chanel he's taking over. And from his couture, I saw the Chanel woman he's trying to dress. She is serious about her job. She can have a corporate job, but still have childlike curiosity and innocence in her. She can be out and about in the countryside, working with her hands in her gardens, but still somehow manage to look really chic. So a woman who is lighthearted, appreciate the moment, but still wonders so much about the world. When I was looking at his couture, I really love the concept. So the first one, the mushroom setting in spring and summer 2026, it is so dreamy and beautiful. The fall and winter 2026, it was inspired by the fairy tale. Super whimsical and imaginative. I was immediately attracted to those. And I also noticed several things that are very interesting to me. I love these opening looks from the spring summer 2026. If money is not an issue, I will buy them without any hesitation. And the bag, you even have this letter hanging out from the bag. It is so cool. So the first thing I noticed is the overall feeling of his show. For someone who loves color so much, we need to talk about his color palette. So I think colors are the foundation of the emotions you're trying to create. So the first, Blazy's colors are grounded to me, very intellectual, very sensual, and very complex. So if you look at Carl's color is very vibrant. Black and white itself already creates very strong contrast, and he uses hot pink, candy yellow. It is just very loud and very funky. Just as Vogue puts it, even his color often feels slightly artificial, but it is in a good way. So they belong to the world he's creating. A supermarket Chanel isn't supposed to look like a real life. A rocket launch inside of the Grand Palais isn't a real life. So the color he used helped him to create that fantasy. On the Virginie side, I think she stayed much more closer to black and white, but softer than Carl. She used a lot of baby pinks, pearlescent pink, cream. I also heard she likes pink, and Vogue's profile of her actually described her work with baby pink and pearlescent pink. And her collections repeatedly return to pink, white, black, and by the way, if you haven't watched my previous Chanel episode 1 and 2, I will link the video here. Be sure to check them out. So Blazy's color palette is very soothing, even though he also has strong red, but it's complemented with other colors like purple, blue. It makes it really interesting, but also gives that overall feeling have been very relaxed and chill. He also has pink, but I think his pink is paired with more relaxed tailoring, and the pink dress is flowy and moving. You are not restricted in it. I really love that one. So the burgundy with the pink toe, he uses color palette again in 2026 pre-fall with burgundy bag with the pink lining. It is just so easy on your eyes. I feel like just looking at it relaxes me so much. And also he used models from all ages, from different backgrounds. Personally, I can imagine a woman in her 40s with his burgundy Chanel bag, standing outside of the walkway, standing on the side of the walkway, looking away with her cigarette. It's just so iconic. Second, I love that his design is very minimalist and very easy to wear. He really explored with the possibility of the silk. And silk itself is very easy to wear. I personally love silk so much, and I love the silk Chanel suits. My favorite is this look with the tank top and jeans, if you call it jeans. There's no other accessories, no necklace, probably no earrings, I can tell, but it's just so strikingly beautiful, and I'm just so obsessed with how simple and beauty it is. And I love this beautiful pink dress, very dreamy, flowy, and elegant in the same time. He just lives like that. It's so simple. And he really let the dress and the people who wears it do all the work. I also like the symbol of the birds elements are seen over the whole show. So according to the Fédération de la Haute Couture, birds are seen as ultimate symbol of freedom, or simply as themselves. So the overall spirit of his show also tries to demonstrate the emotional exchange between the maker and the wearer, reviewed through lightness, movement, and self-expression. The woman who wears the clothes is celebrated, each in her distinct individuality. And I think that could be a reason that makes me feel like the new Chanel gives you that freedom to create a personality when you're wearing it. Lastly, I love how he plays with all of these whimsical characters, but still keeps them very elegant, cool, chic, and wearable. The shoes with all the characters on them, I can see people wear them in daily life. This look to me is really a powerful woman who works in corporate but still loves to dress beautifully and have fun. And this look, honestly, I would definitely wear if I were spending a week in the countryside doing some chores around the country house. But in this plaid and the straw hat, yeah, I still wanted to have some fun and look chic. Yeah, even though I'm spending time with birds and plants. So on this channel, we love bags. So of course, we have to talk about his bags. First of all, let's talk about patterns. Leopard isn't new to fashion, but Blazy really makes it such a statement for Chanel by connecting it back to Chanel herself. And he made it so modern, and I would never really associate with Carl and Virginie with using leopard the way Blazy did. He used small patterns on the bags and paired it with pony hair, and then the tweed with the panther pattern. I think it's very modern, very wearable, but still stick to his color palette. Very relaxed, earthy, sensual. If I had the money, I would collect all his leopard bags. Imagine this one with any white tee and jeans. This is just the whole look. That's it. It's so simple but so chic. This top handle leopard pattern bag. It's also like you can take her to the supermarket, wear it with the most simple flat shoes you have, but still look like you spent hours getting ready. Or you can dress this up and take her to the fancy evening parties. Again, I just felt his design like you define who you are, not the other way around. If we compare this to Carl, I think Carl really gives you a very specific woman to become. But with Blazy, I don't feel like he's telling me who the Chanel woman is. He gives her the clothing and let her decide. Or even better, clothing and handbags do not define her. And I think it's just really cool. I think I can see different people wearing the same clothing, but they can all wear it in their own way. I also feel like because of that, his Chanel is so popular, and I'm really interested in seeing how it's going to lead Chanel in the next 30 years. So this series originated from me selling my Chanel classic flap so we cannot skip the elephant in the room. So what happened to the Chanel Classic flap? For me, this is only my personal opinion. I sold it because I feel like it's a bit outdated right now. The new Chanel Blazy is doing feels more energizing, more practical, just feel like more life. And I also feel like it's more suited to the modern woman's life who might have a corporate jobs, go to the gym, travel around, and we demand a bigger and more comfortable bag sometimes. I do love the maxis. It is so beautiful. I've seen it in person, but I do have my reservations about it. I love the chain version, first of all, not the leather strap version. I still love the chain, and I still feel like that's still Chanel, Chanel's heritage. And I love the sweet bags, but a big, huge sweet bag like that, I don't know how it will age. You're going to have to be careful about wear and tears. It's not like leather, it's going to age beautifully. It was meant to be used as a tote bag, but without easy access to it. So I don't know, eventually you will get tired of just constantly have to reach out for things and close and open the flap all the time. But I do love to look at it, especially with the chain. It's just such a piece of art. And also I love what he did for the fall winter collection. These bags, I believe, are slightly smaller than the maxi flap, but the colors and the patterns, I want them all. So the sweet burgundy one I really like with the pink rim, and it's beautiful. And this green suede is so pretty. The purple, the gray is beautiful too. And I wish he can come up with some kind of a purple suede. It's gonna be so beautiful. Again, if money were than the issue, I will buy all of them. I also love this tote bag. I'm obsessed with this blue. It's beautiful blue. I think it's not too cold or too warm, and I think it will look good on everyone. Even though it's kind of contradictory to what I just said, it's a big sweet bag, but I love the color so much. And it's so easy to access your stuff, and I would love to take her to the beach. So lastly, I want to talk about my favorite bag, the reissue. So this will be a controversial one. Either you're gonna hate it or you're gonna love it. I absolutely love it because I've always wanted a reissue bag, but I never found the right color or materials. Somehow I just feel like no matter what I choose, the color or the material, it just felt a little bit outdated. But not after what he did. I feel like it's an art now, like an installation. I've seen a small version of this. Is really a clutch in the store. I'm not even sure how I can use it, but it just makes me happy by looking at it. I like how the bag can instantly transform your outfit. I think this is one of them. And I will collect all the colors out there if money is not an issue. So here you have it. This is everything. And so I started this series because I'm thinking if I am outgrowing Chanel. I think I may find my answer through this series. I do think Carl helped me dream about the person I want to be. But Blazy really excites me as I'm arriving at the moment that my style philosophy is that the clothing do not define me. I define what I want to wear and how I want to wear them. So I think I outgrew the dream Chanel is going to sell me, but more into a place that I get to create my own dream. So what's your thoughts on the new Chanel and your style philosophy? Leave the comment down below. I read every comment and respond to them. If you like to hear more content like this, also let me know. If you haven't watched the previous episode, I will leave them here. And don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next time. Ciao!